adjusted. So, divine feminine embodiment. Wisdom during your moon time. Let's talk about it. I tried to do this as a short little reel and I kept having technical difficulties. So we're just going to sit here and go live and do it straight through. Ladies, sisters, divine feminines, do you sit there and question your sanity when you're in the middle of your cycle? Do you wonder why you have these emotions you can't ignore that you've been able to put aside the rest of the month? What it is about the fact that you're just so sensitive and everything's coming up right now? Do you call yourself crazy? Do you really listen to those internal notifications, or do you try to suppress them? You need to really listen to your body. These things that you get outraged about deep down. There's something you need to pay attention to. There's a theme inside of these outrages. You need to start journaling and paying attention to the things that you've been putting up with, the types of feelings that you've been suppressing. Ding, ding. The types of feelings that you've been suppressing. It's like when you are on your, any other time of month other than your period, right? Say that's like being intoxicated. I'm likening it to, say, you're drinking every other day, except for on your period. And say, when you're not drinking, the clouds get lifted from your eyes and you're seeing things accurately. And you're feeling things come up that you thought you dealt with, but all it was a Band-Aid. Quick fix. Things that you're just so up here about. These are things you really need to pay attention to and learn how to communicate other times of the month, because these things will not be fixed until you stand up and face them, recognize them for what they are, and start living in that truth. Suppressing them, acting like it's any other time of month, is truly causing illness. It's causing your body to double down and be more inflamed. It's causing your internal notifications to get louder and louder and louder each month until you explode in a way that's not healthy. It's up to you, it's up to us to really decipher these spiritual messages that we get every month. We have time to check in with ourselves and our bodies in a way that most other people that are women on the planet, they don't get to check in with their bodies the way we do, quite the same way. We have rhythms and tides that other beings don't have in nature. This is an advantage, not a disadvantage, of being sensitive. We just have to learn how to interpret what's coming in and how to back ourselves up and to trust our intuition, trust our instincts. One of the things that people come and talk to me about a lot as a client, they have prophecies they want to speak on, and people around them don't believe them. One of the things I always say is write things down and consider that this might not be the right time to deliver the messages. Perhaps there's a process that they need to go through internally before they're open to the message, but always write things down so you have a time frame, date them, so that you can pay attention to your own intuition cycles and know not to gaslight yourself out of these knowings and these period brain. Premonitions aren't coming from nowhere. These paying attention to omens, and it starts to stack up it as evidence instead of something you can talk yourself out of. So This is what I'm seeing here saying, is embodying that mystical prophetess, high priestess energy. You don't always say something, you just have a sense of knowledge and you document it. She has a document in her lap and a headdress. We pay attention to our cycles, we pay attention to our inner notifications, we listen, we have moments of stillness and peace so that we can really foster and nurture these upsets that come up, these notifications that come up. This is how we use this chaotic energy that can blow our own roofs off and get very stressful. These are that's why we're supposed to go within. That's why we're supposed to go within. I will always promote paying attention to your body. I like to work out. I could not function without working out. But you can't act like your body functions the same from week to week to week to week as a woman. You have to acknowledge that your body isn't a freight train. It has cycles. It has cycles. It's more like the sea, the ocean. And respecting the sea is paramount in order to survive these waves. So trust yourself. Start documenting things. Make sure you're proving to yourself that you're not crazy, that your intuitions actually lead up to something. You don't always have to put your, that's the word again, prophecies. You don't have to shove them in people's faces, your predictions in other people's faces. If you have knowings, sometimes that knowing is just for you to know that you're on the money and that you're proving to yourself that you need to pay attention to a cycle. If you feel a certain way, if this certain notification is popping up, it's usually signifying or this and that and the other thing. You have to learn your own patterns. But it starts with journaling. It starts with trusting yourself. It starts with going within. Don't call yourself crazy. You're a portal from this life to the next. Trust it. I love you guys so fucking much. I want to sit here and express gratitude for my support group today. Without you, I wouldn't be half the woman I am. Thank you so much for being there and holding me strong and holding me up when I'm feeling weak. I wouldn't know what to do without you. I have so much love for all of you. Thank you for showing up every day. I love being here and I love being able to deliver messages the best I can. Trying to get out of the way and of the truth and be present with it. So I'm working on my schedule, opening up and being able to do those group meetings that I wanted to do more often and interacting with all of you more. So if you got to the end of this, please post some flowers or a snowflake. Tell me this message was received at the very least. So I love you guys. Please, from the bottom of my heart, know every time I do this, I have different reasons for doing it, but this is coming from a very pure place. Unconditional love. I wouldn't be myself without being able to come here and spend time. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.